Previously on Predict the Six, Jen picked just the 1 point up last week from her predictions, saved by Rangers win over Motherwell after Inverness and Raith Rovers didn't win their games. I could only get a maximum of 2 predictions correct after Jane handicapped and therefore voided my Arbroath Dundee United game. However, of the 2 predictions I did have, I got them right. So after Jen pulled it back to a 7-point gap last week, it's 8 points now after last week's predictions. Jen on 16 points and myself on 24 points. Right, Jenny, here we are again. Predict the Six. How are you feeling?
Jolly.
Is that a hint?
Maybe.
Listen later. Anyway, as we said, back for Predict the Six once again. A poorer weekend for you last week. You got 1 correct out of 3, and you even handicapped my game, made me have 1 less prediction that I could get right, and I still managed to get more correct than you. How do you feel?
Heartbroken. I feel like I put a lot into these episodes just like getting nothing back.
That's very more down to your knowledge on football than anything else. So last week, obviously, we told people to comment in the comment section below a word and the predictions for the episode, and they would perhaps get a shout out in this week's episode. That is going to happen this weekend. Last week's word was
red card.
And now you're going to scroll through and give someone a shout out. DAFC the best, Moffat. Hearts win, wrong. Morton draw, their game didn't take place. And Clyde win, wrong. So not a great week for yourself in terms of predictions. DAFC the best, Moffat. I assume you've got a real name, but we'll go by the YouTube one since that's all we have. Congrats on the shout out, and let's see if you can comment again this week and perhaps get another one next week. What is this week's word?
Jolly.
Why is that?
Jolly.
On the t-shirt. Was that an early Christmas present for anyone by chance?
Maybe.
That's this week's word. If you want to get a shout out, then comment below that word, jolly, like the video, and comment your predictions as well. And now we'll go on to summarise what games we're going to predict this week before we jump into the episode.
Kilmarnock versus Motherwell, Partick Thistle versus Dundee, and Stranraer versus Forfar.
And my games are Alloa versus Morton, Raith Rovers versus Dumbarton, and Albion Rovers versus Annan Athletic. So I've got to be honest, I feel very confident about my predictions, my fixtures that I've picked this week. How are you feeling about yours personally? Have you done any research on them for one thing?
Of course not.
You just chose them?
I just chose them because there's something that I kind of know.
Let's see if this can pay off for you, because you seem to not be doing as well in recent weeks. You're now 8 points behind. You need to start clawing back points, and you're not really putting that much extra effort into predicting these games.
Just gotta wing it. Just hope for the best, eh?
Just wing it. That'll get you your money. Bet responsibly.
So as I said, my first one is Kilmarnock versus Motherwell. Now, I did predict Motherwell to lose last week, and they did. But Kilmarnock have just lost their manager, is that right?
Just sacked their manager.
Just sacked their manager, so I feel like instructions at the start of the game won't be clear. So I feel like Motherwell's just going to take advantage of that and come out with a win.
Basically, you feel like Kilmarnock losing their manager will make them not be able to play as well because they won't have clear instructions. Even though they've got an interim manager in place, they've got someone that will be there to make instructions clear on the day. And the rumour going about is that the players didn't actually like the manager they were working under. That's why he's actually had to leave the club. So, does that have any bearing on your...
No.
Still a Motherwell win?
Yeah.
Only Gogsy. Alloa versus Morton is my first prediction of this week. Scottish Championship fixture, of course, down the bottom end of the table. Morton, away from home, haven't picked up a point yet this season, and that will be a really worrying thing for their fans going into this game, because if they don't pick up the 3 points and actually lose this game against Alloa, then they will go bottom of the league, because if Alloa win this game, they go ahead of Morton. And currently Alloa are sitting rock bottom and Morton are sitting second bottom. So it could be a terrible weekend for Morton if they once again fail to pick up points away from home. On Alloa's front, they've not been great as of late. I think really their only good points this season have been games against Dunfermline and in some cases Dundee United. 2 of their league wins have came against Dunfermline and Dundee United, both at Alloa Stadium. So that's why I'm going to go for an Alloa home win in this one, just because it just makes more sense to me to go for this one. It seems like a safer prediction to make than a draw or a Morton win?
Come on, the local team.
The local team aspect has a wee part to play in it. It does, Ginny.
So my next one is Partick Thistles. So my next one is Partick Thistles.
You're doing well.
So my next one is Partick Thistle versus Dundee. Now, I feel like every time I've predicted a Partick Thistle game and had them to lose, they've won. And last weekend when Dunfermline were playing Dundee, it was very, very close, and I feel like they probably just knackered themselves out. So I'm not going to look rubbish.
You're just guessing.
I'm just going with it. So I put up Partick Thistle win and hoping they stay in their form and give me a point.
So a Partick Thistle win, that would give them 3 wins in a row. They've got 2 wins in a row in their last 2 games. So you may be onto one there.
Please.
Now my second one is Wraith Rovers versus Dumbarton. Jenny predicted a Wraith Rovers game last week with Wraith Rovers v Falkirk. I told you to go for a draw. You didn't listen to me. And what was the result?
A draw.
1-1 draw. So I'm going to go for Wraith Rovers this weekend. I'm going to get my own opinion on a Wraith Rovers game, and I'm going to say Wraith Rovers are going to beat Dumbarton at Starks Park. I'm going to say that they'll be very much near the top end of the table going into the last fixture of the month as we end the month of December, which was always going to be an important month for the top 4 clubs in League One, as I've spoken about so many times on this channel.
So my last game is Stranraer versus Forfar. Now, I know absolutely nothing about these teams, but I thought I'd just pick it anyway because after a few weeks I've not actually went with the draw. I've always said that someone's going to win. So I'm going to bring it back to reality and put a draw in there. So that will be my draw.
I mean, you should know one thing about Stranraer at least. A few weeks ago, who did they beat?
Dunfermline.
They did, correct. One of our worst performances this season. And that was kind of a lucky victory for Stranraer, I think, because since then they've not won a game. Forfar aren't great either, and I'm quite surprised by that this season. I think you're quite correct in going for a draw in this one, because I just didn't think either team was that good. So, well done. I think you've probably got this one in the bag. Albion Rovers versus Annan Athletic is my last prediction for this week, and I'm basically just going to go with an Annan Athletic win because they are higher in the table, the better team. Albion Rovers sitting bottom, and if Brecon City can pick up 3 points this week, then Albion Rovers could finish the bottom of the league after this weekend. If Brecon City can pick up 3 points and Albion Rovers lose, then Albion Rovers will be rock bottom of the league for not the first time this season, but definitely the first time in a good while, because Brecon City have been down there for a majority of this season, and due to their good form in the last few weeks, they've managed to claw it back a bit. I can't see Albion Rovers pulling a positive result this week, especially against Annan Athletic, who seem to be a decent enough outfit in League 2, chasing up behind Cowdenbeath as it stands, and with a win here and results going their way, they could jump into 3rd. So, Annan Athletic win. I'm quite confident about it. There you go. Right, dear, here we are, the Predict the 6 handicap wheel. It did me good last week, despite the fact that it gave me 2 out of 3 predictions to get because it avoided my Arbroath Dundee United game. I still ended up getting 2 out of 3 anyway, and it helped you get 1 wrong as well because you had to get an exact score prediction and you got that wrong. So I had a good week last week on this wheel. Let's see if I can do it again. You're up first though, so hand me the wheel, dear.
So I'm going to handicap Alloa versus Morton just because I think it's the only one that's actually going to happen.
Yeah. What's it on?
Void prediction.
Again? Ah! What a shambles. You're not giving me much luck, pal. You want no handicap. Is that what you want, Partick Thistle v Dundee is the one I'm going to handicap. I didn't really feel that confident in any of your fixtures, like in terms of who's going to win them. I just want to handicap this one because it's probably the most likely one, and if I can get a decent handicap, it might do me good. Go. Oh, it's just not no handicap. Just.
Is it no handicap?
No, just not.
Alright, so subs have no impact.
So anyone that comes off the subs bench in this game of football has no impact on the score. If your man Joe Cardle comes off the bench, scores a goal, won't count.
No Kieran, good for him.
Only Joe Cardle. But aye, that's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like. Comment down below
Jolly.
your predictions for this weekend's games and subscribe for more of this type of content. And until the next video, for me, it'll be the vlog for Inverness Freedom filming tomorrow. For you,
It'll be next week. Have a good Christmas.
I'll see you before then, so I don't need to say have a good Christmas yet. Cheerio.
Bye.